Hello and welcome back to the Silver Flamingo. Tonight I'm in a very special place. Unfortunately, I can't tell you where it is because it's a secret camp spot, secret surf spot. I couldn't get into another state beach earlier, which I knew they'd be booked out. And I figured the other backup beach was also going to be booked out. So on the fly, I knew about this one and they had a few spots open. So I got very lucky. I'm going to walk you around. Can't tell you where we are. All I'm going to say is we're north of Ventura and south of the Red Triangle. That's the only hint. Really special place. Airstream is all butterflied open. Getting close to the beach. I have 2 nights reserved here. Really neat spot. If you know where this is, please don't share it. This is kind of one of the secret surf / camp spots. So let's try to keep it a secret. But this is where I'll be staying the next couple days with my pet bird on the roof. Firewood for tonight's little bonfire. Some of the spots are hard to get into. Luckily, I got a nice big pull through. Some of the back ones are screwed up. I counted 6 Airstreams, 4 of them CCD Internationals, which is pretty cool. There's a little Bambi. There's another Bambi. I have the biggest one here. Next to me is a Springer Airstream. There's another Airstream over there. And a nice gentleman right over there has a CCD International 25. It's a really cool campsite spot. I don't really want to go on the campsites for other people's privacy. But the beach is right there. So from my spot, beach. Take a walk over to the beach. Also for my fellow surfers out there, there are big ass sharks in the water here. So just be mindful. I talked to another old surfer. He said he's never seen them, but they're here. We're pretty close to the Red Triangle. And all Southern California has a lot of white sharks. They're usually not aggressive. I've been in the water with them a couple times. Actually, where I'm headed to in Oceanside is Sharky. I've been in the water with a massive white there once, where my final destination is. And I didn't know this, but 15th Street Del Mar, which is one of my surf spots from when I was a kid, is also Sharky. But this particular beach is very Sharky. There have been people that have been killed by white sharks not far from here. There are couple legendary surf breaks in this area. I'm not going to go into which ones because it'll tell you where I'm at. But about a half a mile down the beach, there is a very, very, very well-known surf break that when it fires, it can be 20 feet. That's kind of big for what I like. I like, just overhead. 20 feet's massive. And then there's a nice left point break just off to the right here. Nice. You have a nice beach break right off of here. And then you have a legendary surf spot half a mile or so down the beach that way. You can only access by boat or by this beach and campsite that I'm at. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to tell you where I am, but this place is epic. This is California at its finest. So if you like what we're doing, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll keep showing you cool spots. I'll tell you where most of them are, but there are a few secret spots, and this is one of them. I know that if I need a campsite, I can usually get in here, and I know that if I want to go surfing where there's not a million people or fishing, there's also some really cool surf fishing here, which I didn't get to it today. I'm going to go get a license, go do it tomorrow, but this has it all. Take a little walk down the beach with you guys. This is one of my favorite spots. Out of my journey thus far, this trip, this is the favorite place I've been, which is why I'm keeping it a secret. I may or may not reveal it later, but probably not. I have certain places like this that I kind of hold dear. Nobody knew about this place till a few years ago when it got posted in a magazine. Now it's hard to get campsites here like everywhere else. But at least there's not a huge lineup. I've seen a few people surfing today. The lineup's pretty small. The waves are pretty small. The winter session hasn't quite hit. But I heard the one secret spot down the way might be pretty big right now. Everything else is... it's about chest high. At best, not even. Between knee and chest, I'd say right now are the sets. Small, but they're nice for longboard. I'm old, so I don't like to get hurt anymore. Man, this is why I come back to California. I always say I'm never coming back. Every time I leave and go back to Idaho, and then every winter I come back. Ever since we moved out of the house and closed DMP. There's the other Airstream. So my Airstream is like one over, so I'm just right over this bank. Those spots up on the hill have views. Tripping over some kelp. One pro tip that I screwed up on today for the other people that tow travel trailers or fifth wheels: make sure you know where you're going. I went into a spot that one of the rangers recommended earlier before I got the spot I'm in now, and it was too tight to turn around. I had to back up a pretty good distance. Luckily, I'm a wheelman. I had another guy guiding me, but that was interesting. It was down over this way. Right here are some right on the beach spots. These fill up like 6 months in advance. Good luck getting one, but there's some pretty cool old Volkswagen vans, and somebody has a Cybertruck. So this right here, we are miles away from anything on pristine California coast at a really cool campground. I'm keeping it secret. Good fishing spot, good surf spot. I have to keep this one a secret. Miles away from nothing, miles away from anywhere. And that's how I like it. I like the boondock of places like this. So by far, this is the special place on the trip. Very happy to get in here. If you like what we're doing, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we'll bring you more cool stuff. We'll see you the next time at the Silver Flamingo. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my evening and all day tomorrow at this secret spot. Later.